tiembla la voz, te delatas. Y yo no te voy a enseñar. Eres amateur, se te olvida que yo inventé el juego. Me das risa con tu postureo, pero muero por verte intentar. Baby, bórrame esa story. Esto es super boring. Sorry, eres super, super boring. Soy superhero, nada que hacer contigo. Soy superhero, soy superhero. Con tu postureo, pero muero por verte intentar. Baby, bórrame esa story. story. Esto es super boring. Sorry, eres super, super boring. Soy superhero, nada que hacer contigo. Soy superhero, soy superhero.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to each and every one of you out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure just to have you live and in charge. A little Next Generation Cup Series action. The My Three Sons Cup Series, part of Chop Shop iRacing Leagues, getting underway today here at one of the best tracks that you could ever ask for these Next Generation Cup cars. It is Michigan, giving us a whole bunch of fits. It's going to be run fast. 2 mile in length, one of the biggest tracks on the circuit outside of what they consider a super speedway. No restrictor plate racing tonight, just all about the draft package and everything that they want to do. Michigan International Speedway is going to run 2 mile in length. Track temperature right now, it's a balmy 116 degrees Fahrenheit. The air temperature 80 degrees, 10% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 4 mile an hour wind as the drivers work very, 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 very fast on figuring out where they're going to have to run it. This is a big track. You're going to see 3 and 4 wide quite frequently, and especially when it starts and restarts, you may see 4 and 5 wide as the drivers get settled into where they do. The draft is huge here, but the impact is going to be even larger. John, giving us a line. Thank you, Mr. Hammond. Hopefully you're having a great day out there. 112 laps for the driver. Stage is going to be at lap 30 and lap 60. And a final 52-lap sprint to the end. Fuel mileage is going to be right there. It's going to be they're going to be able to make each stage, but I think that they're going to be looking more towards that 45 to 48 lap mark, kind of depending on how they're going to have to save fuel. Some of the drivers seeing 36 to 38 laps if they're running it hard. So we'll see how it progresses. Maybe pit stop in the middle of stage 2, where the drivers, they do not stop for stages for the Cup Series, similar to the Xfinity Series, which should be tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tune in for that. Stevo3770, giving us a like, or giving us a follow out there on Twitch. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you very much for being out there, being a part of the platform. Thank you to everybody for being out there today. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube for iRacing and gaming content galore. Celebrating 3 years coming up. Mr. Dudley, thank you for the like as well. 3 years on Monday, folks. We've been doing this for 3 dang old years, and I couldn't have done it without you, so thank you so much. Tune in Monday. We're going to be doing some live streaming Monday evening with the community to celebrate with you folks. It's going to be a ton of fun. I appreciate you. There is a look at what's going on there for the drivers. Let's take a look at the points and the standings and what's going on here in the Cup Series. Nathan Alul commanding lead right now before the playoffs, and one of the big factors here is that playoff point spread. And now those extra playoff points are going to play a big factor when it comes to the reset and revive when we get into the first round of the playoffs coming up here in a couple of weeks. But Nathan, no doubt fast everywhere he goes, no doubt going to be very fast at this racetrack, and he's really good about saving tires. So we'll see kind of how today's spread happens, and see if he's going to be able to maintain that. Qualifying coming up right now. You're going to watch the drivers get out there and do so. Nathan Biggert has 2 wins. The only multi-win driver in the Cup Series here is Nathan Biggert. And he only has 7 points for the playoffs. So those extra wins really playing a factor when it comes to how these drivers do it. 7 drivers with wins, 5 on the outside looking in as far as the cutoff line. You see that red mark right there, Mark Odell right there on that cutoff line. John Parsons out here racing, so he's going to be battling for some of those points. I didn't see Mark Odell in today's race, so that is going to most definitely have a chance to lock in. I want to double check that the points are correct, because I believe I had the right one. Let me take a look. Yep, everything's correct. Just wanted to make sure. That is your playoff points as they stand. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, John. You missed it. Are you working? I saw the fish tank. Absolutely amazing. Good to see that out there and see what folks are doing. Thank you to all the sponsors for Signature Esports, but we'll talk about them a little bit later. Big sponsor of today's race, My Three Sons. You got to go my3-sons.com. Go check out what Sherry has to offer over there. But not only that, you can pay her a visit. She is located 818 North Woodworth Avenue in Tacoma, Washington. You can always give her a call, 253-377-3881. Again, 253-377-3881. Check out her website. It's a great description of what she does. You can find out what she does and more. But she really enjoys thrift flips and making home decor pieces. She has an interest in dolls and bringing them back to look like they are new. Absolutely love everything that she's got going on there. She loves everything with everything antique, vintage, shabby chic, cottage core. She loves to create her own items and upcycle some of them, which means taking pieces of things and combining them to make new items, which is a great way to recycle, which is awesome. If you can find something that you love for her, make sure you go check her out. Again, my3-sons.com. Email her at sherylculver at my3-sons.com, or give her a call again, 253-377-3881. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Go give her some love. She's amazing. She's one of the best out there. She does a great job of keeping everybody in check. Race controller is going to be Joseph Grijalva today, as the drivers look to have a little bit of fun. Sherry, give us a like. Thank you, Sherry. Rob Van Nest out there giving us a like as well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. NordVPN giving it all secure action today. Make sure you check out all my links on my Facebook page for the NordVPN setup. Get yourself a little discount on their annual product. The NordVPN is saved in my computer more so than the other. Folks, a couple of weeks ago, I missed a little bit of time out here on the racetrack, and it was due to some health concerns and some things like that. So I want to say thank you to all those who reached out to me, and the health concerns were big. It was something that laid us up, and not only on top of that, but the household was sick, and there was just a lot of things that were going on. So I've battled a lot more in the course of the last couple of months, actually most of the year. And it's because of you folks that I continue to do it. Plus, the leagues are doing a phenomenal job of keeping the racing interesting, and it's my job to be here for you. So thank you very much. Thank you to all the leagues that have had me on board as well. Chop Shop actually has some big plans for what they're doing. You got to go to chopshopiracing.com. They've got a broadcast segment they're going to be doing. They're going to be starting up some new leagues, some new series. Go check them out. Again, chopshopiracing.com. Get to the Discord. Check out their Facebook page. They've started a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel, I do believe, to start broadcasting it themselves, coming around to the changes that they have coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that. There's going to be a lot of changes on my platform coming up very soon as well. We've dropped a lot of streams, and we've gone down to a lot fewer streams, and I think my schedule is about to really open up. I know that we were not planning on it, but the way that the work schedule and everything is worked out for business, we're going to probably be able to do a lot more when it comes to the streaming. So there's some plans for some other streams out there, some other content that I want to create, but that's going to be on the wayside. There's going to be things that I'm going to be working on my end, on my own, just kind of privately, whether it's a live stream or a video on YouTube. It'll be something that I try to put together. So much love to everybody. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you so much to all the folks being out there having fun. You're going to see logos and stuff like that pop up out there. Dove Farm LLC is going to be your white flag sponsor today. Dark Horizon Fishing is your caution sponsor, and has always been a great asset to Signature Esports over here. So we love him. We appreciate him. And hopefully he's gonna be enjoying his day at work as well. Starting grid, Colby Hartog is gonna be your pole sitter here. Jason Day, your outside pole sitter. Two very fast drivers. Gonna have Nathan Alul in check behind him. Nathan is not one of those drivers that's gonna slouch very early, so we'll see kind of what they're gonna be able to do. Jason Day looking for a multi-win sector here And drivers still working on trying to get into the playoffs, try to win their way into the next round. That's a big factor here, a win, and it's going to guarantee. So I think is Nathan DeLua going to get a 7th win, or is Nathan DeLua going to get or somebody else going to win it? Or are we going to have another multi-win driver today? Cam Dario will be right behind him. Donnell Williams can start outside Nathan DeLua. Donnie's very fast in everything that he drives. I look forward to seeing him try to push the boundaries here. Andrew DeField's going to be in row 3 on the outside as well. Nathan Biggert, Robert Dudley's going to make up row number 4. Michael Caffrey back out there, our driver from Perth, Australia. Loden Dan's going to have Michael Strickland to his outside in row number 5. Robert Church, Mark Retkin will make up row 6. Down the rest of the starting grid for you. Row 7 will be Jerry Culver and Pat Green. Row 8 will be Brad Dupp with Jonathan Parsons to his outside. Robert Ham's going to have Stephen Salas and Brian Rayburn, Chris Roberts in row number 10. Man, oh man. A whole lot to get prepared for all this stuff, and it's great. It's part of why I like this so much. It's because you get to call a story, and that's part of what not just iRacing but NASCAR is all about. It's all about the stories. I don't know if you watched Talladega last week. If you did, you watched kind of how Dale Jr. described the Intimidator and the origin of the Intimidator, talking about how he and how Dale Sr. and his father raced only one time on one track, and it was an interesting take. If you haven't checked that out, go check out Dale Jr.'s. I think he's got it posted. I know NASCAR's got it posted on their segment, but I think he's got it posted on his Dale Jr. Download platform as well. It's really cool to see. Lot of fun. 2 miles in length, Michigan International Speedway. Going to be home for the 2023 Firekeepers Casino 400. That'll be coming up here very soon, I believe. Out of Brooklyn, Michigan. This thing is massive. Cost $4 to $6 million back in the day. The architect is Charles Moneypenny. Michigan Speedway was the former name of it. NASCAR Cup Series runs the Firekeepers Casino 400 each and every year. And I think NASCAR Xfinity Series is going to run here again this year. Big look at what these drivers have going on. There's the biggest pythons in all of iRacing right there above the stands. They call him Barney. I call him Fred, so we call him Fred the Barney Flagman here at the Pure Michigan 400. 112 laps at a 2 mile length. We're going to run 224 miles. Green flag waves for the first time as these drivers roll through the field. Chicagoland up in arms. 23 is Nathan Lewell to his tail end. Caffrey had to jump to pits. Jerry Culver having an issue there as well. They left pit road. Caffrey having an issue. I think he jumped to pit road maybe from pit road. I'm not quite sure what happened there. So they're going to find themselves a lap down. It's going to show 2 laps down on the relative there, folks, but not necessarily something that is actually true. So let it have a chance to update, and we'll see what's going on as the relative continues to push. Because Jerry Culver technically should be on the lead lap here as he came off pit road, started from pits. 13:25.77 back there. Colby Hartung rolling the corner. Second and third lane. This is a long way around this racetrack. You're going to see heavy speeds out of the drivers down the back straightaway, 190 miles an hour. We will see these drivers hit that 197, 198 mark as the tires start to wear, as the draft starts to play a factor. Here's the 19. Having a check out of the corner, has the 68 to the inside to field. Try to make some things happen here as the 40, that is the 49 of Dudley. This is the battle for 6th here. Nathan Biggert on the front straightaway gets up to 194. Oop, little issue there on my end. Apologies about that. We had a little lag going on there, a little drop on this sector. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. I had that happen the last 2 streams and right about the same point of the stream. So we'll take a look and see what happens there, folks. Do apologize about that. It's all right. We're back up and running just fine here. 23:7:52. 39:17, fastest lap of the race, ran by your race leader. 4/10 of a second lead. Is going to drop all the way to the bottom. Nathan Lewell running the traditional Michigan line which is way up the racetrack, up near the wall, so he can get enough speed to drop into the corner here. It's going to lift. You're out of the throttle a lot more than you think into the corner here. But you're also in the throttle a lot more than you would think as the drivers continue to work. Here is a look on board of the current points leader in the My 3-Sons Cup Series, the track racer onboard camera. Redefine your game to trackracer.com. Link in the description to help benefit the Chop Shop Racing Series. You see Colby Hartung run the bottom side, trying to break up the draft a little bit. It's going to run up the race line, but look at this head of steam that Nathan Alul gets, and right now Jason Day in tow. There's a lot of grip on this track, but he seems a little bit free, or at least it sounds like it according to the tires. Hartung to break up the draft one more time, half second as he comes around, gets into turn 3. These cars do like to push up the race line. Colby Hartung up near the wall. Got to be careful with how you approach the wall. There's Cam Dario making some moves. Stefan Salas is going to be up 2 back here. Here's the 31. Got a little bit of love with him. There's Brad Dove right behind him. Now Brad Dove showing 18 seconds off the pace. Now these are the drivers that had to come to pit road, and they are showing equally the right times here. Strickland up 2, finds Nathan Biggert in front of him. Biggert's going to be the 19. Looking at Robert Dudley up 2 as well. Pat Green of the 90 trying to make some things happen to the inside. Second fastest driver in practice was Robert Church here in the 5. He's running the U.S. Marine car here. As the Holistic Healthcare of Iowa gets a good shout out there for the old 5 machine. That's his wife's company. I think that's what he was telling me before. Robert Church right there for the Iowa side. Appreciate the like out there. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Should be a good race in Mythe. Absolutely. It's Michigan. Michigan is usually a pretty tame race. But similar to super speedways, patience is a big thing. 3/4 of a second lead is dropping here as Cam Dario goes to work. He's going to work the outside. Now, Cam Dario runs a similar line on a lot of the tracks as you would see Kyle Larson. Now, the 8 going to be there on the back bumper of the 7. Try to bump draft the 7 here as he gets in. Big push for the 8 as he tries to get himself into that bumper run segment. He wants to run the outside. He's going to be there to the outside of the 7. Line runner for the 8, 7 all the way down to the bottom. 8's going to be right there next to the wall. Has the steering ratio set up to be able to run that. Here's a look as he makes the pass on the 7. Cam Dario to the bottom side. Or not to the bottom side. He's going to run that 3rd lane here. I think he's going to run a little higher here. I do apologize about that. Little blink going on there. Colby Hartung there as well. Nathan Alul in tow. Full second lead as Colby Hartung has clean air. You have sunshine. I like it. I like it. I know up in Tacoma, it rains a lot. Jason Day off 2. Trying to take his time here. There is Donnell Williams off 1. Biding his time as well. Donnie driving the MCI Graphics Chevy Camaro. Good enough to drivers are running. Here's a look at it for you. Hartung, Dario, Day, Chevys all the way through 7. First Toyota's going to be Robert Dudley. Nathan Biggert back here as well. Dudley trying to make a pass on Stryker. Stryker able to defend up there. Instead of has ready for the sun. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. First 4 is going to be Jonathan Parsons. He is staring down the barrel of the 19. See the 19 making a run on the outside. Jonathan Parsons in the 4 here. As you hear the onboard cameras above the camera right there. Sit back in your seat. The onboard camera coming at you. Gyro cam coming up for you. As look at this race line. You see a lot of different drivers being pushed in different boundaries here. On the top line, you see a lot of drivers trying to utilize that draft. This is a patient track. It's one of those tracks that you absolutely need to give yourself, one, the extra room to be able to make the turn, but also give yourself the extra braking power if you're going to need it. 11 of 112, we're a tenth of the way through the race as the drivers continue to work. Whoa, 69 free, Robert Ham. 1526 D-Class driver, 252 on the I rating. Getting a little free out of the corner there. The tires get a little spicy again. Tires, as far as tires go, 4 sets of tires total for the race today. That means they've got 3 on the wall, and they get the set they start with. That's not very many for a track such as this, and it does bode a different kind of race line. Here's the last times for your racers here as they look down the barrel. Back straight away, Colby Hartung, 39.81. Cam Dario, 39.89. Day a little bit faster here, 39.75. This is where the draft is important. Stryker able to run some clean air laps as he continues to work forward. This is a track about track position. Michael Caffrey, first driver in danger of going a lap down here for the Road Series ringer from Perth, Australia, giving it some love. Some weird things going on with the numbers in the phone. Still apologize about that. That is kind of what happens. I mean, that's what we do. We have to deal with it occasionally. All right. He's running good lap times. His last lap, well, I mean, his fastest lap, 40.11. He might just be trying to save some fuel here. Maybe not take out a huge difference on the race line. Colby Hartung's last lap on his tire fall off is going to be roughly about a tenth off of his normal race pace on what he's been running. So his full fall off, though, is roughly about 9/10 of a second. We'll see what he's doing now. 40.16. Nathan Alul, 40.13. Under fire. Here's Cam Dario out in front of him. Cam pushed a little hard here, up 3. See Nathan Alul trying to work himself to the bottom side. 8 runs the high side. Cam looking on as the 7 works the corner. There's Jason Day in the 52 behind. Victoria, British Columbia, giving us a good look for the drivers. 8 up top, 52 to the bottom. Has been patient all race. 1.7 second lead to Colby Hartung, who is your race leader at the moment. Going through the field. Robert's your biggest mover, up 7. Here's the 98, trying to get his own award again. Did a phenomenal job. 1869 on the I rating as Jonathan Parsons in front of him, up 4. Brian Rayburn's going to be up 5. Andrew Duffield is going to be off 9 from the start of this one. He is working himself back around. Now, this is a track about momentum, and momentum can swing any way at any given point. The one thing you don't want to see is you don't want to see a caution late in the race. Nathan Alul picking back up some fire here as he tries to close down that race pace. It was a 1.6 second lead. Now Nathan Alul running about a tenth faster. Jason Day a little bit faster in tow of the 7. Has been saving his tires this entire time. And so we'll see kind of how these drivers work. There we go. The tower having some issues there. SDK had an update that changed all my remotes and changed pretty much everything that I have going on. So I had to rebuild a lot of it. So if something gets miscued there, folks, I will try to fix it. 1.3 second difference. Colby Hartung saving a little bit here. His last couple of laps is more about maintaining a gap. 40.58. There's the last 5 lap times for the drivers. Nathan Alul picking up the pace over the course of the last 5 laps. Has gained about 0.3 of a second, almost 0.4 of a second over the last 3 laps. the last 5 laps this time by. We'll see what he runs this time. Yeah, he's catching pace pretty quick. 19 of 112. I talked about the long run race pace that Nathan Alul has, and he's able to save here. But I do think that Jason Day is the faster of the two currently, even though Nathan Alul has picked up a little bit of time here. Alul running inside the top 3 is a good thing. This is going to be about race strategy toward the end. The gap between he and Colby Hartung shown as such. If Hartung got his tires too warm, here's the thing. Oop. Let's do this. The camera's it's been finicky on me. Every time I go to the nose cam, it seems to bounce off of that, so we may have to make a change on that nose cam. His race line has had him moving around the track quite a bit. But he has saved a little bit of race pace. So a 9/10 of a second lead. Third lane for him here. The more you move around this race line, the more of an issue you can have with those, with those tires showing up the way they do. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so, reach up at that like button for me. Share the stream out there. Give us a follow. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Signature Esports on all 3 of those platforms. Oh, never mind. He might have just blinked for me. 1.2 second lead as Hartung may have cooled his tires off enough now to allow for Nathan Alul to run himself down. If he can catch the draft, he'll be able to catch Colby Hartung pretty quickly, but as the race line progresses, we'll see what they do. Right now, Nathan Alul with an arm's reach, still looking ahead, seeing exactly what he can do. Second lane out of the throttle, just feathering the throttle. You see him push up the race line here, trying to utilize that downhill slope. And that third lane only working to his advantage. And right now, Hartung able to extend the lead another 10th here. See Colby Hartung run a little bit higher here. Alul out of the throttle a lot more. And that race line, a little free there. And you can see how the wheel has to step out just a little bit. The steering ratio showing just as much. Here's Jason Day. Combined I rating for the top 3. Just over 10,600. Jason Day able to run the bottom side of the racetrack a little bit better than Nathan Alul. Right now, he's going to have to hold on to that draft of the 7 in front of him. 24 of 112. He's into the throttle a little bit more. He's got a little bit more crank. He's out of the gas a lot more. You see the 7 pull away here. But Jason Day able to extend in just a little bit. He's a little better into the corner, but he's carrying a lot more speed, which means that he has to get out of the throttle a lot earlier as they continue to work forward. Cam Dario back to 4, still up 1. Donnie working his way back forward. Williams is going to be at 3.5 off his lap time, showing a little bit of tire wear as he and Cam run about the same lap time. 40.78 for Cam, 40.81 for Donnie, this time 41 flat. Fastest driver on the racetrack, actually, Jerry Culver. From the back to the front here. Over back to 13th here, having a little bit of fun. Maybe just try to ride around, have some fun. That is Sherry's. Is that your oldest, Sherry? I like the posted. I do like the posted paint scheme. That's kind of cool. Look at that Sharpie looking race car. Pretty wicked. Cam Dario coming to pit lane this time by before the end of the stage. 26 of 112. Maybe drivers are a little shallower on fuel than I thought. These next generation Cup cars can run, and they have a lot of fuel in it. It's only 2 miles in length, but it runs like a 1.5 mile track. These cars can get 50 plus laps in these, or 48 plus laps in the Cup cars on a 1.5 mile track. So doing the math, it just seems like they'd be able to run more than 30. Hartog, 1.6 second lead. Back at it here as they cool off the tires. Nathan Lewell's going to be in second. Jason Day closing back down the pace of your top three, folks. Stage is going to end in 3 laps. It's about to be intense. Whoa, somebody having an issue. Caution comes out. And that'll be the end of your stage. I'm not sure what happened. Nathan Biggert having an issue. Does look like. First caution of the race comes out. That'll be the end of your stage. It's like at the time of the caution, the field was frozen. Save that one up. So Colby Hartung gonna get your stage win here. They come around. Fantastic race pace. Oceanside, California, getting his first stage win of the series. Doing everything he can for the in and outs. Caution comes out, folks. So here's the 19 of Nathan Biggert here, and he's got the 90 and the 76 there with him. Comes up the race line, comes up, and just in the wrong spot. He's 3 wide there. His car's going to be fine. This is a big racetrack for pacing, so he's going to be able to, driver's avoiding there. He's going to be able to find himself a good section, but let's go back here as we see how this progresses. This is kind of a big thing. The 90 has a good race line there. So does the 19. 19 coming down. Sees the lower line race line. Has some speed to the 90 here. Pat Green was an 8th. Or is an 8th here. So I believe Biggert at the time of the caution would have went to the back anyway. So he's there. He comes up the race line. That's a long time to come up the race line. He comes up into the 90. So that's all the 19 there. Hartung coming to pit road. Stages as such. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, or how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Dark Horizon Fishing giving you your caution. The Chesapeake. Fishing out of the Chesapeake Bay and James River area in Virginia. Go check him out. Dark Horizon Fishing on Facebook. Book yourself a trip today. He's amazing. My3-Suns.com. Stage 2 about to be underway as the drivers are ready to go. Fuel and tires for pretty much everybody. And they're going to be ready to rock and roll again. I think Mark Redkin got a little bit of that damage fixed. I think Nathan's going to go ahead and get the whole car fixed. Brad Dove, last driver on the lead lap, getting himself back out here as they're going to go back to green flag racing here. Pace car dives off. Here it is again, about to have at it. Dig, 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 green flag. Colby Hartung's led every lap so far. My three sons. Giving you a good look here. As you don't know, my name is Jason with Signature Esports, and it's a pleasure to have you. Oh, Donnie, free into the wall back here. Donnie Williams able to collect. It's going to have some right side. That's going to affect some of that aero. And a big, strong car all race long. We'll have to take a look at kind of where his right side looks. Maybe just his right front looks fine. It's that right rear that might have the issue. Robert's up 12. Look ahead here just a little bit as they continue to work. Marcus Odell. Mark, where you been, man? Good to see you. Look forward to seeing you back out on the racetrack, sir. 82 in tow. 98 there to push. Little right rear damage. Nothing too extravagant. And I think because they weren't completely up to speed, it was less impactful. They were at a 2 on the back straightaway. New tires can be a godsend for these cars. Let's let that first caution thing go away. Chicagoland is not where we're at. Do apologize about that, folks. I don't know why that didn't change. I talked about it earlier, so I do apologize, folks. There is some things with the automation that I have for this that is supposed to change. Michigan International Speedway is where we're at. 2-mile length track. Chicago is 1.5 miles. It's a very fast 1.5 miles, but it is 1.5 miles. Colby Hartung to the bottom side of the 19. Nathan Biggert out there to control his race pace. 2 laps down now as he goes around. 39.11 for Colby Hartung. Colby might be pushing a little excessive here. He's given a lot of room to the 7 of the 52 are trying to hold their pace. 39.47. Their fastest laps are roughly in the 39.2, 39.3 mark. Colby Hartung picking up right where he left off. He says, you know what? You're going to give me this big of a lead. I'm going to take this big of a lead and then be able to maintain the gap after about 10 laps. That's part of what we saw. After about 15 laps, Hartung started falling backwards toward O'Loole, and then he was able to save as those drivers were running their regular lap times. You'll see Colby Colby started to pull away, so his average lap time still fast here. Again, 37.71 for the driver in his I rating as they continue to dig. Max, thank you for the like. Appreciate you, my man. Always a pleasure. Here's your lap times for Colby Hartung. His best lap, 39.107. Last lap, 39.283. So he is not giving up any of what he has going on there. 23 working very, very hard to give himself a good approach to the race line. Lots of things that can change in this racetrack as the 23 giving himself a little extra ground, a little extra room, runs the second and third lane. Right now, Jason Day, the second. I think Nathan O'Loole is backing up his corner here a little bit so that way he can save a little bit more. Maybe realizing that he kind of pushed a little bit too hard, maybe a little bit too early. And because they don't stop for stages, just so happened the caution came out at the end of that one. That was exactly where they needed to be. Nathan O'Loole off 1 from the start of the race. Strikers up 7, though. And he's going places. There's Michael Strickland, the Chop Shop Racing legend himself, giving himself a nice little 88 screen here. 52 to the bottom side. 52 solid for second all day long. And Strickland started from about mid-pack, and so a chance for him to get out here and run up front. Got to see what his race pace is all about. 38 of 112 being completed as these drivers work on every bit of it. Hartung, Day, Strickland, Alul, Dudley. Your top 5 as they continue to go. I'm going to take a hydrate break, folks. If you haven't done so, make sure you go get yourself a cold one. And I will be right back. He's your middle son. Oh, hey, I like that. Now I know. Middle son. Appreciate everybody for the follows and the likes. Keep doing so. If you're out there on YouTube, I appreciate all those likes, those thumbs up you guys are getting out there. Reacting is great. Comments are even better. If you feel generous, go to SiggySports.com. Buy yourself a t-shirt. Right back. Dudley with a hard charge in fifth here. Doing a phenomenal job. Seeing Colby Hartung still extend his lead here. 2 seconds the gap. Seeing Jason Day hold on to 1-2. Top 3 right where they started. And right now Stryker all over the back bumper of the 7 here. Gonna take my big dog out, folks. Had to run back too, so I'm a little out of breath. Oh, it's the first time I've ran since before, like a week ago. She had to go. She had to go. You got to take the puppies out when they say, hey, you got to go outside. Yeah. Alul's last lap, a little bit faster than Jason Day here in the draft. Colby Hartung with that amazing lead right now, and they're about 19 laps into the segment here. About 11 laps to go on the stage this next time by. Dudley has worked his way up. He's up 3. Robert's inside the top 6 as well. Redkin leaving pit road, getting himself back out. He has a great looking car. If you didn't see, I should have showcased this before he had a little bit of damage, but it is a great looking car. He's got the Callaway Corvette look going on there with that 76. This is a beautiful looking car. Nathan Biggert in the 19. One of the Ducks Unlimited love. At green to pit road. Going a little early here. Maybe figuring out what he's going to do with the stage. Lap 50 being completed. Not quite to the halfway mark here for these drivers. 56 is the halfway mark for the race. Jason Day in second, Alul in third. Dudley to fourth now. And Robert Dudley picking up some pace here, there to the bottom side. Devin crosses over the nose. 49 has been saving a little bit. He's a little bit faster here. We'll see if the 49 is going to be able to make do with some of the race line here. Nathan Alul to the bottom side, trying to take over second from the 52. All the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Is going to have to drift up a little bit. 49 in tow to the 52. 49 is going to be able to drop down here. 52 into the 7. Woo, not into it. Very close, though. Side by side, the side draft. 49 to the bottom side. How about 3 wide on corner exit? Almost. It's going to be 3 wide. Back to 2. 49 says, no, I don't want to drive that straight into a corner. 49 pulling the air off of both of those cars. Going to be able to find some pace. Jason Day to the bottom side. Turn 3 a little better for the Alul. The 49 dictates the pace of the bottom side. Stryker digging in. Robert's not far off as well. This race is almost for second here as Nathan Alul. 52 to the 49. Caution comes out. Rack 'em, stack 'em, re-rack 'em. Let's do it again. Laura, how are you doing, dear? Much love. Laura out there, a little 83 action. How are you doing? How's your stream? Were you out there streaming? Much love to you. Big ol' let's go. Much love to you, dear. Lurking out there in the old Twitch platform. Thank you so much for doing so. I love my lurkers. I love the folks out there doing all the amazing things. Caution comes out again for the second time. Jason Day involved. Little spicy action for you. Dark Horizon fishing again. The spiciest of guys. 49 to the bottom side here. 49 tries to get into the corner. Up just a little. Oh, just up. Just drifts up a little bit. Gets into the 52. I believe the 52 saved this. I think only tire damage. Fantastic drive. What a save. It's what it looked like from the TV1 cam here. Look at this save. 49 drifts up just a little bit into the 52, and a great save from Jason Day there. Our Canadian friend here on board one more time. Here's a look. Just runs the line. 49 drifts up just a touch. Misses that wall by mere feet. Man, oh man. I bet his heart was going 90 to nothing there. Everybody to pit road. And a chance. Is anybody going to not take tires and save a set? That's the question. Everybody took tires last time by. So we'll see if anybody else is going to do the same thing. Sherylculver stays out. He's going to be on the lead lap. Pat Green will be your lucky dog here. He'll go around, get back on the lead lap this time by. Nathan Bigger to into pit road as well. Mark Redkin back in. Pit road's very busy. Chance for those drivers who need some damage repair to get that stuff taken care of as well. Dudley did not take, I think he took right sides only. Toby Hartung took tires, so Sherylculver is going to stay out here. He's going to lead. I love his pink tires. I love those pink tires. How's everybody doing out there? Lurk mode on. Love it. Pat Green in. You get tires and fuel for that driver. There's Nathan Biggert here. He's getting some damage taken care of. Might have to serve an EOL. I don't know if those drivers came in on the same cycle, if they were allowed to come in, because normally with this big track, it's three pace laps, and then they go back to green flag racing. Sometimes you have to come back in on that second lap. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Sherylculver, your race leader, is going to elect the highline on the restart here, I do believe. I think that's what he's signaling there. As Dudley comes back to pit road, Robert Dudley might say, hey, took right sides and might need to take a little bit more. We'll see what happens here for the 49. Dover being Dover is the race week this week for NASCAR and for iRacing on the circuit. Something to consider. If you have plans on Sunday, you might have to bump it up a couple hours, because NASCAR is going to go green flag racing at about 1 p.m. Eastern. I do believe is what they were talking about, 1 p.m. Eastern. So noon Central, 11 Mountain Time, and then 10 o'clock in the morning if you're out there on the West Coast. So if you are looking, make sure you go do so. 13 is going to have the restart here. And he might be just trying to hold on to a little bit of that race time. I mean, his lap times consistently, let's look at the last, it'll show me what his last lap was, 41.206 on 51, pace lap on 52 and 53, but he's getting out there, he's getting credit for some laps led. That's what's important here for the drivers here at Michigan International Speedway. So again, apologize about it saying Chicagoland earlier. That was not correct. So thank you so much to those who didn't have to point that out, and I was able to realize that after looking at the tower. I don't know why it didn't change over. It's supposed to change over because I have a heading name named exclamation point track name, which is part of what SDK does. It's in brackets, and that's what it's supposed to do. Two guys, 1388 on the outside. Yep. Hartung on the inside. Stryker with a good restart there. It's going to be able to be right behind. Watch the drop in for the 88. 23 there, 88 all the way to the bottom side. Culver, not those old tires for Culver. He's going to drop here. He's going to drop heavily. He's going to be able to be with the draft. He's going to wall tap here just a little bit. Gives a little dark mark to the outside. Caffrey inside the top 5. There's Donnell Williams back into the mix as well. Ryan Rayburn to 74. Good to see him out there driving the old Gravedigger machine. Brad Dove into the mix. There is 25 driving the Dove Farms LLC, our white flag sponsor. 23 in tow of some clean air right here. Laura R.O.G. She is the OG. 2388. You are it's either very late or very early for you over there, isn't it? Much love, dear. Lowell in third. Roberge in fourth. Of 16. Brian Rayburn trying to go after that title for the biggest mover. He's there to that third lane. There's Donna Williams in tow. Pat Green came in, took a little bit of fuel, a little bit of damage. He's there in the mix. Green came in, took tires a little earlier. He's going to be there to the inside of the 69, trying to push some boundaries here. 76 on the high side. There's the 49 there as well. Dudley having to go through the field. Came back in, went ahead and got his tires, a little bit extra fuel. He's hard charging through the front as well. Cam Dario off 6, moving through the field as well. So there is these two. We're trying to get themselves back up in the mix here. 49 to the inside. Hartung runs his fastest lap of the race, the fastest lap of the race, 39.07, pushing a little bit more here as Stryker goes to work. We're over halfway through the race at about 2 laps to go before the stage as Michael Strickland looks to try to be impactful here. Hartung up top. 59 at 112. Again, they do not stop for the stages. A complete lap 59 and lap 60. $23.88.7, $98.52, your top 5. Parsons inside the top 10 as well. Up 6, Caffrey in 9th. Jason Day having to work on the car a little bit there. Shouldn't have had that much damage, but he's going to have to really push here. Colby Hartung again, extending that lead 0.3 of a second. This last time by. Ran a 39.14, more grip being laid down. It's the lap for the stage. It's Colby Hartung, Michael Strickland, Nathan Alul, Chris Roberts, Donnell Williams having a huge run. And the front straightaway is about to be interesting. Hartung coming around. Parsons inside the top 10. And that'll be your stage right about there. Colby Hartung sweeps the stages here at Michigan. Stryker second, Nathan Alul third. Bounce that over to Mr. Hammond. So he has that one as well. Stage is set. Colby Hartung getting the stage sweep. We don't want to jinx it here. But what happens whenever you sweep the stages? Well, oh. Let's not jinx it though, right? Colby Hartung, dig it in. Strickland in tow here. He's the one that's kept up the closest as they've progressed. Can he do himself any more justice? That's the big factor here. Colby's had clean air. Stryker's not been able to get himself up there. But he's close. 2 drivers off the lead laps. Going to be Mark Redkin and Nathan Biggert. These drivers are going to be competing for the lucky dog position if cautions were to come out here. And we've seen after about 26, 27 laps, the drivers have been getting themselves in kind of that precarious situation where they need to have they just kind of have to have that patience. About 23 laps as well. 23 to 26 laps is the average of the caution here. And, or 27, sorry, forgive me on that one. And that's kind of where the race line has dictated what's going to be the pace. Hartung, Strickland, Roberts, Nathan Alul, Donnell Williams, Brian Rayburn now inside or hunting for the top 5. He is right there behind the 82 of Donnell Williams. Roberts in third, leading this pack around. He's had speed, and he's been kind of sleeping his way forward. He is kind of that super speedway driver. He had a little bit of right front damage, but he's doing just fine. Here's a look at what these drivers see. Duck, dodge, dive, dodgeball. Nathan Alul just needs clean races when it comes to the next few coming into the schedule. Speaking of which, the schedule is going to be as such. Let me look at the Xfinity Series. Tomorrow they're going to run Kansas, which is my favorite track. I'm looking forward to seeing that. If you haven't seen Kansas from the V cars, well then you're missing out. It's going to be insane to watch. I love me some Kansas action. That's for the Xfinity Series. And then they'll be at Talladega for the end of the regular season for Xfinity. right now we're in Michigan. Regular season ends at Charlotte on the 5th, and they'll be back for Talladega on the 12th for the first race of the round of 12 for the Chop Shop Series. Be at Road America after that. Then we're going to take a week off for Memorial Day week, which I have to take off because that's my work week, folks. Got to work. Colby Hartung seeing a quarter second to Strickland here. A lot of grip still left in the track as these two still dig into the corner. 66 of 112. 23 breaks up the draft from Strickland here. Maybe having to outthink his race pace here. Think about what he is doing over the long haul. Gets into turn 1 a little higher. Maybe trying to extend some of that race pace. As Stryker gets up near the wall, pulls the draft. Here's part of what Stryker has going for him here. He's got the draft of the 23. Colby Hartung is just having to work on keeping the car, 1, out of the wall, 2, into the corner where the pace is going to be absolutely where it needs to be. Stryker tied off the corner is going to have some draft here. And now the 23 all the way to the bottom. 88 falls a little bit there on that lap as Colby Hartung had a better 3 and 4. Let's see what kind of speed he's going to have here. Right now to Robert's 2.3 seconds as Chris Roberts finds himself up 17. Brian Rayburn in tow here as well. Roberts in front of the 7. Nathan Alul trying to make some things work in his favor here. Again, I talk about long-run race pace, and he's got it. Colby Hartung has led every lap but a handful, or actually I think 3. So only 2 lead changes here. Sherylculver, the driver that did lead under caution and then got himself back around. So 3 laps led, credited to that driver. Stefan Salas here right behind him. Now Culver last came to pit road on lap 28, so he's going to eventually go a lap down. But this might work in his favor when it comes to one. It's a big lap. We're talking about 40-second laps. He's going to spend about 50 seconds on pit road. He's very close, though, to being about half a lap down for Colby Hartung here. Just a little more than half a lap as it speaks. His lap time, though, his last lap time, 40.78. So it's not like he is losing that much to Colby Hartung, who's in 1 and 2 here. So Culver coming around the back straightaway is going to see pit road before all the rest of the drivers, and that might benefit him for the long haul because he'll have more time on newer tires. 17 laps on the cycle now as Colby Hartung leads here, half second to Michael Strickland. Just super fast for the 23 of Colby Hartung. Nathan Alul's going to be in third as he tries to battle with Roberts. Actually, I take that back. He tried to drop in, but the 98 rolls the outside. 98 second and third lane here as Brian Rayburn rolls the corner. 7 trying to show that long-run race pace, but 98's going to battle back. High line for Roberts. Alul to the bottom side. 3/100th of a second, 2/100th of a second as Roberts is going to be able to drop into the corner. 7 has to run up the race line a little bit. Roberts with the better corner. It's going to be right there in front of the 7. 7, 98, second and third lane rolling. Nathan Alul drops back. The onboard rear view mirror camera as he rolls the corner. Nathan Alul still trying to work over the 98. Has a good run here. He needs the 98 to give up the high line. It's not something that you're going to see lightly. He drops him. He runs the 98 up higher here. Now watch Roberts. He's already back in the throttle. Look at that head of speed he gets on the high side. This is a racetrack where it's evenly banked all the way. It's not progressive banking, so he's going to be able to run the same speed that he would in that second and third lane for the most part. It's the drift out of the corner that you always have to worry about. 98 has the 74 to the outside, 7 in tow. Brian Rayburn up 15, trying to take one of those spots away from Roberts. If you can take one of those spots away from Roberts, he would be your biggest mover of the race. As Cam Dario comes around, he's a lap down. I think he went to pit road early. He's going to be trying to make it on that race pace. 49, Colby Hartung blinks out. Stryker, 0.8 of a second there. Now Colby Hartung back into the mix here. Roberge in third, holding off some talented drivers. Now Brian Rayburn knows how the outside line works, and he's a little bit heavier into the corner. 7 of Nathan Alul in fifth here. Trying to get to the back bumper to the 74. Rolling the bottom side. Brian Rayburn to the high side. 98 pulling the draft of the 7. It's going to run down the bottom side of the racetrack. 98 up the race line. 74. There's the block. That's a draft mechanic block. 98 to the bottom side. Just trying to control where these two drivers are. Control the race pace. 7 and 74 side by side behind the 98. Rayburn to the back bumper to the 98. 98 to cross over. Roberge controlling the pace here. And that's a great look for Roberge. As you see him settle in behind, Roberge able to extend here. Stryker 1.3, the difference now. This is the battle for third. 191 into the corner. And all of this race pace is allowing for some different situations to happen here. As Roberge looks at 1.3 seconds to Michael Strickland, Jerry Culver, and Strickland as far as the relative goes. That's what it's showing here. I'm going to change that over so you can see the position. Jason Day up into the mix has worked his way through the field. Now he's going to be there in the back, or inside the top 5, or trying to get inside the top 5, forgive me there. Michael Caffrey in tow as well. Caffrey to Jason Day in front of him. You see the distance there. The battle for 6 looks as such. Max speed 201 miles an hour. I rating for the drivers. A-class drivers, 3.9K for Jason Day, 1.7K for Michael Caffrey. Hartung to Strickland, 2.12 and gaining. A-class 4.2, second 4.2 on the safety rating, 3.8 for Hartung, 3.3 for Stryker. Roberge, the 1.9K driver, still trying to work. Nathan Alul is trying to get back to the outside. Has Brian Rayburn to the bottom side. Now watch Nathan Alul try to put it to the high side. Roberge able to back up the corner. Strickland had ran his heart out here in the clean air, doing justice for Colby Hartung, because right now Roberge is catching Stryker for the top 2. Strickland 78 of 112. Nathan Alul runs the high side now. Roberge gave up the high side to the 7. The 7's going to have a run of speed here. 7 to be on the back bumper. 98 might have to drop in on Stryker here. On Stryker. And if he does, he did it a little early. And watch the bottom of the race line for the 98. Roberge all the way to the bottom. Stryker's going to be able to defend. 98 up in front of the 88. Clears the 88. Bump draft for the 88 to the 98. 7 to the inside of the 88. Congestion. 7 to the bottom side. 98 to cross over the entire lane. Second lane, third lane running. 88 to the high side. 7 to the high side. 79 of 112 being completed. 32 laps to go, and now Roberge has to go back to work to keep Nathan Alul at bay. Brian Rayburn in tow. 98 rolls the second and third lane. Up near the wall. More speed on corner exit. 7 might clear the 98 here. He's going to. Roberge went to come down to run his natural lane, and the 7 ran a little bit higher. Right now, the 98 has to go back to work to defend that third lane. Inside the top three, Brian Rayburn there in fourth at 15. Robert's up 17. Stryker there inside the top five. Caffrey in the mix as well. Jason Day trying to work back to the back bumper of the 77. Now, I'll tell you what, Jason Day had the top five there for a moment. I think they backed out of it just to give themselves a little room. Donnell Williams holding on to an 8 spot right now, off 4, but he is progressively moving forward. The Strange Music, MCI Graphics, Chevy Camaro digging. Speaking of music, B&B Music, part of the platform over here for Chop Shop Racing. Make sure you go check out Francisco Corella and all of what they do at B&B Music. An absolute awesome way to get your music produced. So go check out Francisco. There's information on the screen for you there in the top right corner. Please make sure you go check that out. Admin Boxx, part of the platform here. You see the rolling tickers for them. Admin Boxx is one of the best race control boxes out there. They sponsor leagues, and they sponsor. They do a lot when it comes to the iRacing community. So please go check them out. Adminbox.com. There's a link in the description that will help you out. And I believe there's a promo code for Chop Shop. Go check them out. Help out the league. Give them a little love. Tell them you said hello over here at Signature Esports. We love to see you all. We love to see we love to see these gaming communities benefit from that. 83 of 112. Colby Hartung right now on a 30-lap sprint when it comes to his tires and his fuel. Little tight on the corner. You see him have to drive back down that race line. Nathan Alul in tow. Has a little bit of better exit on turn 2, so he's trying to go to work here. Roberge, his last lap was right there with Nathan Alul. So was Brian Rayburn. Rayburn having a checkup out of a few corners here, but he's got a good run on the 98. Colby Hartung, 2.5 second difference here. And you're watching Nathan Alul run a little bit faster. He got a 40.73 off of that last time by. Hartung maybe trying to settle a little bit here. Just take it easy, maintain a gap, 2.4. If you get your tires a little hot, which he did, means you just have to back out of the corner and get yourself rolling again. And that's exactly what he's doing. He may lose a couple of tenths or maybe lose a half second. Nathan Alul may catch up a lot here, but when it comes to what Hartung's been able to do, over 30 laps, I mean, he's got the pace for the long-run race pace, but he also has that short-run speed. We'll see what happens. Nathan Alul's been doing a lot of battling, and so for him to be able to have the speed that he has in these tires kind of makes me think that maybe Colby Hartung is just trying to save some tire here, save some pace, save some speed, and figure out when everybody else is coming to pit road. Because if he comes to pit road too early and he finds himself a lap down, there's a chance that Hartung may have an issue. He's going to be off the wall there. He's going to lose a little bit more ground as Nathan Alul gets next to the wall. He's going to plant it there. He might find himself within 1.9 seconds. Colby Hartung into the second lane here on turn 3 and 4. And committing to pit road. Nathan Alul is going to go all the way around. He's going to take over the lead. Get credit for a lap led here. Colby Hartung finds himself to pit road. Roberts is going to be in second. Rayburn in third. And now this is where Colby Hartung's heart has to hold on. He's got to do everything right when it comes to pit road speed and what he has got to do there. Nathan Alul doing his best to try to get himself around. Roberts off 1.5 as Nathan Alul ran a 40.86. Everybody else in the 41-second mark. The only driver not in the 41-second mark is Robert Dudley, runs a 40.92. Hartung hits his pit stop. Takes tires. Ready to get out there and get himself up to speed. Will be leaving pit road this time by. Nathan Alul pulls 2.2 seconds. A lot of drivers coming to pit road. Robert's one of those drivers. So is Michael Caffrey, Jason Day, Nathan Alul. 2.2 second lead. As Brian Rayburn holds on to second. Stryker's going to be in third. And the green flag pit cycles have now began. There's the 90 coming out of pit road. That's Pat Green. Would be the first driver off the lead lap. Colby Hartung brings it around for the segment that we like so much. Alul to pit road. Stryker leads. Track Racer, 25 laps to go here from Michigan International Speedway. Chop Shop Racing leads. Brad Dove in second, Donnell Williams in third, Nathan Alul to pit road. Colby Hartung coming around right now out of 3 and 4, has bested the pit stop for Nathan Alul because he will pass Nathan Alul pretty quickly here. Nathan Alul on pit road, just now getting his left sides, and Hartung will be up to speed and gone when it comes to the last pit stop. Stryker, 53 is the last time he came in. 24 laps to go, cannot make it on fuel. That's almost a given. So Stryker getting credit for some laps led here as well. Strickland on the high side. Brad Dove's going to be there too. His second spot. There is the 25 runner in the Fuego Paint, Stuff Farms LLC. Race Paint. Donnell Williams in the 82 finds himself in third. Robert Ham in the 69, getting himself a good run down the bank straightaway in fourth. Colby Hartung in fifth. And when he came off pit road, he was 39 seconds behind Stryker. Brad Dove takes over the lead. He's going to lead here as Strickland giving up some race pace. So Brad Dove, credit for some laps led as well. Robert Ham in third. They will come to pit road, no doubt, together. Donnell Williams inside his pit stop's going to have to stop quickly here. 23 laps to go, a lot of time to be made. Run straight away for Hartung. Hartung to Alul has about a 4.5 second lead. I'm sorry, 6.5 second lead. Now 6.25 as his pit stop was flawless. Robert's 0.6 of a second off the pace of Nathan Alul. Brad Dove out front, saving some race pace. Kevin on 53. 22 laps to go. Top three still need to come to pit road. And barring a caution, as Donnell Williams is a lap down, he's going to come off of pit road. Brad Dove right there in front of him. He'll be back on the lead lap, tracking out Cam Dario and Kevin at on lap 70. Now, he had a tough spot going on earlier, and has been rebounding from that. The Cam on the 8 been quite nice here for the Mark III. 4 going around. Gonna get one of his laps back. There's Jonathan Parsons. Parsons came in on 83. 21 laps to go. All eyes on Brad Dove, Michael Strickland, and Robert Ham. Colby Hartung, 21.5 seconds and closing. A 7-second lap to Nathan, 7-second gap to Nathan Alul. Chris Roberts on the back bumper of the 7. 98 runs that third lane. It's going to be there to the inside. Drops into the corner. We'll be able to clear the 7 here on corner exit. Chris Roberts to 5th. Up 15. Ham up 15. 20 to go. From 53 to the finish of the race, that's 59 laps. It's almost impossible to make. Strickland 13.6 off the pace. Trying to save here. Brad Dove out front. Robert Hammond second. Strickland to Hartung. Strickland's going to have to think about pit road. I think he is. I think he's committing this time by. You see him get down to the very bottom of the racetrack here at Michigan. Lets the drivers go by. He's going to be down to speed. Some drivers hope for cautions. He locks up the front brakes. Oh, man, you saw the front right tire lock up. That can be very dangerous getting into pit road here. This is very, very fast pit road, but remember, you're going 198 miles an hour. And then from 198 miles an hour down to pit road speed, that's a ton of speed. Now, the fall-off is about 6 miles an hour, so 192, even when you're braking into the corner, you're still about 160. 160 on that short stint into pit road. Long front straightaway here. Here's a look at the overhead. The strikers on pit road. This is a very long pit road here at Michigan. Strickland leaves pit road exit. They're almost in turn 1 already for this 2-miler. A lot different when it comes to the super speedways, where it only takes up a portion, about I would say a little less than half of the front straightaway. Colby Hartung out front. Robert's running a solid race right now. He is your biggest mover of the race. Would be up a couple of more once Brad Dove and Robert Ham come to pit road. They've got to come to pit road for fuel. I don't think that they can make it. And I'm trying not to second guess that. Hartung there. Brian Rayburn back here with Andrew Duffield. Duffield in the 68 rebounding as well. Trying to get a top 10 night off the lead lap. Brad Dove right behind him in turn 2. Needs that extra race pace. Colby Hartung is catching them and has a 7.2 second lead with 17 laps to go over Chris Roberge. Caffrey 1.5 seconds behind Nathan Alul. Now Brad Dove and Robert Ham, if they can get a caution between now and the end of this one, there's Stryker. He's going to be a lap down. He's got Robert Church not far in front of him. 6 seconds and closing very quickly. Duffield runs his fastest lap of the race at 39.54 this last time by. So able to finally get the car to work and rotate the way it is. The grip on the track exactly where it needs to be. Robert Ham about to be passed by the 23 very easily. That's the difference between tires right now. 69 to the bottom side. Gives room for the 23. Brad Dove committing to pit road. Colby Hartung, your race leader. Robert Ham almost led a lap there. As Strickland goes around, he's going to be in 14th. He's going to have to do what he can to get to the back of Colby Hartung here and at least try to make the pass. Dudley having to jump to pit road. Something happened to him on lap 89. Here's a look here. Here's what happened to Robert. I think he just had to jump to pit road. Something happened there. Maybe overshot his pit box or something happened there. I'm not quite sure. Maybe speeding. 23 will allow. I would let the 88 go. Just let him go. Hold the draft. 15 laps to go. And Ham very free. Roberge playing catch up here as well. A full second between Chris Roberge and Nathan Alul, who has the 13 in front of him. Jerry Culver came on 74. Is going to be a lap down. We talked about Jerry Culver's race pace earlier. Came into pit road about a midway through that, but the problem with him coming to pit road there is he wasn't able to get enough time in and out of pit road, and actually spent 13 extra seconds on pit road, and that is a make or break situation for lead lap running. Strickland gets himself. He would be your Jerry Culver would be your lucky dog, however, but he does have Jonathan Parsons 12.9 seconds back, closing into that distance, trying to get himself in there. So Jerry Culver in 15th here. Colby Hartung, 6.4 second lead to Chris Roberge, because Roberge is about to get around the 69 here, who still needs to come to pit road. But if he can save enough fuel, he's going to give himself an advantage here. And I don't think that he can. I think he's going to have to commit. Nathan Alul to the outside. I would have tried it. You can't be on everybody else's pace. You never know what's going to happen at these big tracks like this. So 69 committing to pit road. You see him on the exit here. Colby Hartung out front, 6.5 seconds. Full second lead between Chris Roberge and Nathan Alul. Nathan Alul to Michael Caffrey, a full second as well. Caffrey, 167 into the corner. He's going to have corner exit here. Runs the second to third lane. Here's the battle box for third place. Michael Caffrey trying to close down the distance late in this one. Ham in, gets to his pit stop. 12 laps to go. Roberge was 1.5 seconds slower on his pit stop. than Nathan Alul and drove himself around the 7 here and has really turned on the gas here. So Nathan probably saving just like he was, just to make sure he has that top 3 night. But Caffrey's in tow right now, and Caffrey is not giving up any inch here. Back straightaway, Caffrey a little bit faster. You see the relative on the bottom right closing up. I know that we have the NASCAR ticker, and we have all the extra stuff going on there. And I'm trying to figure out why some things are not working. There you go. There it is. So Caffrey to Alul now extending. Nathan Alul having to go back to work. He is trying to catch Chris Roberge. Now as the tires warmed up where he needs them to be, Roberge just needs to look forward, run his race line. He's going to be fine. A top 3 night regardless. Colby Hartung trying to get his first win in this series. I think he's had 3 starts going forward. And he just keeps on digging. Top 5. Hartung, Roberge, Alul, Caffrey, Day. And look at that gap. Colby Hartung, flawless pit stop. Pulls a 7.5 second lead. Now drivers are starting to catch him, but there's just way too much time. And when he committed to pit road, he did everything perfect. Right now, the gap between Alul and Roberge as such. Nathan Alul to drop to the inside, runs the 98 tight, gets up into him. A touch there. I find the 98. I'm fighting for every spot here. Gonna run the outside, 7 on the inside. Nathan Alul giving a little room to the 98, set that back up, try to go again, 8 laps to go. Roberge was holding his line. 7 kind of came up and touched him just a little bit there. I mean, he was trying to set himself up for the corner, which, hey, you know, sometimes rubbing his race and sometimes the touch and go situation. But that could have ended badly for both of the drivers because Chris Roberge is from Canada and Nathan Alul, he's from France. And that's a lot of net code. That's a lot of fiber wire. Michael Caffrey in tow. Jason Day inside the top 5. 4 of them live outside of the United States. Colby Hartung, the lone American inside the top 5. How cool is that? Look at the NASCAR ringers. Nathan Alul tried to set up the corner one more time. He's going to run the higher line here. Roberge to the 3rd lane, quarter second. But watch Nathan Alul's speed. You see that gap in that relative. He's going to have a good exit here. And Roberge slides up into the wake. Alul with a draft package here, but he only closes down to about where he was to begin with. So watch Nathan Alul do the same thing here. Find the 98. I'm putting dirty air on that race line. But he's got 5 laps to go. I mean, if Nathan Alul makes the pass on him, it's a great one too. But Colby Hartung, he's got a big lead. He's got a huge lead here. 5 laps to go, folks. 5 to go. Battle for second rages on as Roberge has the 7 to the 07, a little free there. Gets out of the gas to stand on the back bumper to the 98 and run. That's what I talk about. They're running a little bit higher. 98 keeping the dirty air. 7 to the outside. Great job by the 7 here to try to pull that race line away. 98, if he wants, it's going to have to slide up here. Is not going to get it. 7's going to clear the outside here. And Roberge gives up the outside lane. This is a racetrack. You have to protect that outside lane. Roberge to drop into the corner. 7's going to have the speed on the exit here. 98 to the bottom side. 7's going to clear for second. That is that's going to be, watch the speed, watch the 7 just take off here, and there's going to be a 10th right there. 98's going to be clear up to the 7's going to have to run back to that back bumper. I'm just trying to make sure I'm willing the 98 forward. But Nathan Alul doing a fantastic job of rebounding. Gets a little touch, gives the spot back to Roberge. Wants to pass him cleanly, does so. 0.3 of a second gap. 3 laps to go. Roberge needs just a little bit more. 2-second gap between he and Caffrey. Caffrey has Jason Day in his tow. Jason Day 2.5 back for Michael Caffrey. Closing in about 2.25 into turn 1. Pat Green inside the top 10. He's in 6th here. Duffield top 10, rounding him out. 1.9 seconds back is Cam Dario. Brian Rayburn back inside the top 10. He's in 9th. Brad Dove rebounds as well, gets himself to 8th. Nathan Alul, Chris Roberge in 3rd. Nathan Alul in 2nd. Colby Hartung out front by a country mile. He is holding his breath for the next 2 laps. Which is only about 130 seconds. I'm sorry, 1 minute and 30 seconds. 41-second lap, so yeah, about a minute 22 seconds. No big deal. Hartung can take it easy, though. 6-second lead and closing. Nathan Alul all a bit too late. Colby smooth sailing and cruise. The Dove Farms LLC white flag waves for the final lap here at Michigan International Speedway. It has been a great race. Dove Farms LLC out of Seneca Falls, New York. Go to Dove, email them at dovefarmllc@gmail.com. Check out their Facebook page. They are out there running and working long haul trucking with naturally raised beef in their market as well. Great farm, great opportunity. Check out Brad Dove of the Dove Farm LLC Facebook page. Give him a call as well for me. Colby Hartung has led all but a handful of laps. In Michigan, it's a sweep. Get out the brooms, folks. Hartung wins it. Nathan Alul will come home 2nd. And Chris Roberge will be in 3rd. Michael Caffrey, Jason Day, 4th and 5th. On a phenomenal race here. Only a couple of cautions. And the drivers showing some great speed and some great opportunity. Thank you, everybody out there, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You all have been amazing for today's race. Thank you so much for being out there. The chats, the likes, the follows, all of the extra stuff. Thank you so much for being out there. Much love. And again, a spectacular race as Colby Hartung brings it home. And it will celebrate here at Michigan, the famed blue stripe front stretch. Eighth driver to win in the Cup Series. The Oceanside, California driver getting it done. Race results for the my3-sons.com Cup Series here. As teammates go and celebrate here all together. Colby Hartung getting it done here. Nathan Alul will be 2nd. Chris Roberge 3rd. Caffrey, Jason Day 4th and 5th. Pat Green, Donnell Williams, Brad Dove, Brian Rayburn, Andrew Duffield will make up the top. I got to switch scenes. I know they're celebrating. I got to do that. It's loud in my headset, folks. It's all only because I want the audio to be good for you. But Duffield rings out the top 10 here. Stryker, Dario, Church, Culver, Ham, Parsons, Salas, Redkid, Biggert. That'll be your 19 drivers there again. One more driver left. That'll be Robert Dudley. Finishes 23 laps down. He had a great race going for him as well. Just what a race. That was fun. That was intense. It was a great series. Great things to look at. I mean, nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Colby's not in. Oh, there he is. Colby Hartung getting your victory here. You're the 8th winner of this Cup Series to come on board And Michigan was yours today. That was smooth and flawless when it came to your pit stop. I think that was the true tell. You came in a couple of laps earlier. You got yourself in position, and today was that day. Colby, tell me about it.
Oh yeah. I honestly didn't expect to be this fast. I thought it was going to be something like Chicagoland where I get a big lead and then the car just takes a crap on itself and I lose the tires. But the car just never slowed down. It actually got faster throughout the run. And I thought I was going to get ran down, but a couple laps later, I guess my car kicked into like 7th gear and I found some extra speed and just ran the same line the entire race, ran the same brake dragging and throttle management the whole time, and saved tires perfectly and got me a huge lead at the end. And I'm pretty sure I led every single lap of that race.
All but just a handful, but when it came to the green flag cautions, and then actually you came to pit road and Sherylculver stayed out for a couple of laps. So I mean, all but like 6 laps or 7 laps. It was not much. I was actually going to check that out. That was what I was pulling up was the race information for the finish of the race. You led 98 laps. That's not bad. It's not bad. That's not bad at all, right? I mean, it's 112 lap race. You didn't lead 14 of them.
I will take that.
Your best lap, 39.071, fastest lap of the race, of course. Just a huge momentum when it comes to being with this series. And this is a great series, and they have a lot of talent when it comes to these Cup cars. As drivers are out there giving some shout outs. Good going, says Jay out there. Great race, says the lead sponsor here for the series. I noticed that you towards the middle of your run, you started getting a little free. Did you have to just back your not just back your lineup, but just get out of the gas, let the tires cool down, so you can run that same line?
I don't know. I didn't really feel it getting free. I mean, it was just less tight, I guess, because the car was just pretty dang tight the whole race. But I guess what you were seeing was me using up that seam off of 3 and 4.
Yeah,
because that could get your car a little more sideways, and you could actually gain about like 3 or 4 tenths off of it if you do it right.
Well, these cars are a lot like the Xfinity cars. Loose is fast in these cars, but loose is also sometimes like on that fine line and that threshold. Because if you're too loose, these cars are snap.
Yeah. I'm just glad it stayed green because you saw last week what happened at Iowa.
Well, you know what? It worked out in your favor. Today was a great race. You guys, you had a good run, and the lead was never in doubt. So congratulations on the victory here for Michigan. Next week, they're off to Charlotte, so a 1.5 mile racetrack, and these cars are a handful at Charlotte, from what I'm understanding. So what's your prediction next week?
Well, I think I have quite an advantage there because I use that track to take screenshots for all my paint schemes I use, and I've ran thousands of laps there, so I'll be up there.
Colby's going to be trying for back-to-back wins. That's what we're hearing. So, all right, Colby, congratulations on the victory. As always, give your shout-outs, my man.
Shout out to Storm Racing. Actually, we got everyone in here that's running this season except for Wesley, and we had a great team day. I'm pretty sure Pat got a 6th place finish, and Andrew got himself into the top 10. So all around a great finish for all the Storm Racing guys. And that's all I got.
Colby, congratulations, man. We'll see you next. Hey, guess what? You have to tune in Monday. I got the 3rd year anniversary, brother.
All right, yeah.
The 3rd year. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known you for a little over half of that. But all right, Colby, be good, man. We'll see you next week.
Yep, good to be back. See you.
That's the 23 in victory lane. Let's talk to Nathan Alul, who was trying to get that extra win. Pit stop was the saving. I wouldn't say saving grace for Colby Hartung, but he had a flawless pit stop. But there towards the end, it was like your tires weren't able to catch up to what your race pace was going to be. You have long run race pace, and I said that from the very beginning. That if you start seeing you drop back, Nathan, to that you'll start working your way back forward, and there for a little bit it was working, but it just seemed like it was just too much of a gap when it came to trying to overcome that at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Colby was fast, but also kind of preserved his tires really in a much better, you know, way than me, and it was impressive, man. Impressive. I gotta say, I caught almost everyone on late runs, but he was too fast, and I just couldn't catch him up. But yeah, it was a great race. I didn't have so much practice on the weekend, so at the beginning of the race, I was, kind of testing the things and see where others can run. And he was already gone.
How about that battle between you and Chris Roberts? You guys had one close calls, but two some very tight, very very good racing for that second spot. I mean, that could have been anybody's game there. And then I watched the sportsmanship that you had. You kind of came up a little bit, got a little bit into his door. You backed off the corner, went back, readjusted, and then found a way to get around him.
Yeah, it was hard racing. I liked a lot the racing with Chris. It's all about respect, and yeah, I kind of bang his door 2 times. I was moved up too high on corner turn 1 and 3. So, but it was all about tires, and I kind of let him go, and on later I knew I was gonna catch him, but it was hard to pass. And it was great.
This track is a momentum track. Of course, Clean Air is the best place to be in the draft. Is good up until a certain point, and I think that's where we saw if somebody was in your line, you're going to get huge runs, but you have to let off the gas for so long to be able to stay out of the back of them. That it's and then if you try to pass on the inside, you've lost all that momentum, so you're just going to be side by side again. It was a great show to be able to showcase what these cars are capable of without that right side flattened portion when it comes to the stock cars. These cars are symmetrical across the board, and it goes to show you can reset yourself and go back at it again.
Yeah, it was almost. I think it was so much more difficult to pass on the inside at this track. Outside was the lane to pass, but it's also burned soft tires, so you have to make a choice and really determine the right time to engage the move, because it could take sometimes some lap.
And take the momentum away. But Nathan, you finished second here. A great race, still commanding the lead in points. Just a few short races away from the playoffs. Congratulations on a P2 finish. Charlotte next week. I asked Colby what his prediction was there. You're fast at 1.5 mile tracks. What's your prediction for Charlotte?
Well, I mean, last season I was short on fuel at the end of stage 1, and I was leading, and kind of proud of beating Andrew and stuff. So I need my revenge, on this track, because I kind of messed up last time. So yeah, I want to win at Charlotte. I love this track. And so fast, turn 1 and 2. Really cool track.
It is. It's dynamic for this car. It can be snappy loose, though. That's what we have been hearing. Nathan, congratulations. You're still working for that magic number 7 for the number 7. And next week, your opportunity. Give your shout out to my man. Congratulations on a P2 finish.
Yeah, well, Shout outs to Signature Esports. Thank you, Jason, for the broadcast. Thanks to all the Chop Chop crew. Thanks to Joe for calling the race. Michael, John, as always. Thanks for racing, clean and good racing, hard racing, boys. Was awesome tonight. And thanks to my family for the support. Thanks to my wife. And see you next week, guys.
That's the man. The 7 leads in points, comes home second today in the Michigan Raceway or Michigan International Speedway run. Let's talk to, again, the biggest mover of the race. And, of course, your P3 finisher at 17 spots from the back. Started dead last. And, Chris, I mean, what else could you have done there? I mean, he said he kind of let you go, which I did watch that kind of happen. He just tried to save a little bit. But you were so much better on the high side. Did you just get that tight that you had to start running the natural line?
Yeah, I got a little too tight at the almost very end when I was going through that wall on turn 2. I said, whoa, okay, I better slow down. And I thought, Nathan's going to rear end me. So, but we had a great battle between me and him most of the race here. It was a really good race.
It looked like you had a ton of fun. You had a lot of movement. You had a lot of momentum on the middle portion of this race where you were strongest. Was similar to what Colby was doing. Colby was fast early. The car kind of slowed up. People passed him a little bit, or started to catch up. But then later in the run, the car got faster. That was similar to what your car was doing.
Yeah. At the time, I was trying to get up there most positions I can before anything could happen. It could be a yellow or anything like that. That's why I just try to go up there as fast as I can. And then after about halfway before the pit cycling, I just try to take it easy with my tires after that.
Well, that is the true form and fashion for this racetrack. There are four of the top 5 are from outside of this great U.S. And I think 2 of you are Canadians. So Canadians being represented well, 3rd and 5th spot. Jason Day finished 5th. What is it like to kind of run around? I mean, you're running around people from all over the world. I mean, Caffrey's from Australia. You got Nathan. I mean, think about the connection difference. You're internet racing. You're from Canada. I'm calling from the U.S. And then you've got a guy to your inside or to your outside that's from Italy, or not from Italy, from France. Where is that? Where does that come into play? What is that kind of mind-boggling to think that you're that close to somebody in a car, but yet you're thousands upon thousands of miles away.
Oh yeah, it's just fine. It's just part of the world. We're all friends. We get along together. It doesn't matter who or what. Anything like that.
Well, Chris, you're an amazing guy. We love you. We appreciate you. As always, top 3 night. Get yourself a little pocket cash. Give your shout outs, my man.
Yes, thank you. So big thanks to for Chop Shop Racing League here that I joined with. They've been amazing guys. Thanks for Signature Esports for broadcasting. Thank you, Jason. Big thanks for my friends, Brad and Hogan, and my little godson there, and my wife. Big support is my wife, too.
I love it. My man, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, see you tomorrow.
Are you going to win Kansas for me? Because I can't race.
I don't know, but I heard from Kobe that he's really good.
So we'll see. Charlotte next week, though. You're good at Charlotte, and I know that.
Good at most tracks, but not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you race Charlotte. I've seen you do well. All right, Chris. We'll see you next week, man.
Yeah, see you next week.
That's the 98 comes home P3. I'm not kidding, folks. Michael Caffrey from Perth, Australia. And then Jason Day, he's from Victoria, British Columbia. And then, of course, Chris from Courtenay. Nathan Wolf from France. He's awesome. I mean, look at that. He'll be the only American inside the top 5. I love it. That's what NASCAR is all about. I'm telling you, it's what esports is all about. getting everybody connected and together, doing what they've got to do. Thank you to my3sons.com, my3-sons.com. That is sherylculver out there. She's an amazing woman. Go check her out. This is a great series, and she's a great sponsor. And I can't thank her enough for being a part of the Chop Shop Racing Series, because that helps pay the bill to have me here. So from me to you, Cheryl, much love, dear. I love you. I thank you very much. And not only that, but you're in my chats all the time. You support me in other ways, regardless of the league taking care of me being here. It's amazing. So thank you, dear, very much. Go check her out, my3-sons.com. Give her a call. Check out what she has. Go visit her in Tacoma. She's at that beautiful antique mall. It's amazing. So check out her information. Her information is in the race description, folks. Iracing is the platform for sim racing. We'd love to see it. Colby Hartown getting the victory here for Chop Shop Racing Series. Like, follow, subscribe for more content on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We are vastly approaching a whole bunch of different content that we'd love to be a part of. Thank you so much to everybody being out there. Thank you for all the thoughts and prayers that you guys gave me, and the private messages and everything that happened when I was out sick. Those who do know what happened, I thank you very much. We're going to be on the mend. We're listening to what the docs say. We're cold. My youngest, she had big old bad cough going on too. She's doing better. So those who were on with us as well. So it's amazing. Fuego Paints. That's Joseph Brahma. He normally calls these races with me, but you're going to be able to be familiar with Joseph. I believe he's going to call a bunch of the Chop Shop Racing League action when their seasons come to renewal. Coming up here very soon. So Signature Esports is kind of going to have, we're going to have a few more days they're going to be opening up. So if you are looking for a broadcaster out there, I'm looking for more business. And on top of that, I would love to see it. So thank you to Chop Shop for having me aboard. Thank you to Dove Farms LLC. Check him out. They are doing some amazing things out there. Generations of dedication in that, not only long haul trucking, but also the farm that they have put together. That the beef is amazing. Go check out their Facebook page. You'll see the trucks right there on the top right of your screen. Great, folks. This is an amazing, and I mean amazing industry to be in, folks. Esports is amazing. Gaming is amazing, and I can't believe that I've been able to do this. I'm excited. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow afternoon for the Chop Shop. It's the VIP Tire and Service Xfinity Series for Chop Shop Racing one more time. We're going to do that at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have to get some streams in, though, because I'm lacking on my numbers for partnership. So I want to make sure that I do that. Thank you to Facebook. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to Twitch for being a part of my life for as long as they are. If you have any questions about streaming and what you should and shouldn't do, besides YouTube tutorials, get in the Discord. I can answer a lot of questions for you. It's just awesome. Discord links on our Facebook page. Much love, folks. Be good, be safe, be kind of one another. If you don't, well, you're not my friend. We'll see you in the next one.